One of the challenges on water sanitation infrastructure is the growing population, which is growing at a higher rate than we can meet, then we can close that gap of providing services.
As the number of people relying on the current water system increases, capacity simply isn't keeping pace, with a third of treatment works in a critical state.
Just a few streets away, another young mother is dealing with the death of her child due to diarrhea. Yet she can't afford to keep buying bottled water or even the electricity needed to boil the tap water. The recent outbreak of diarrhea in Bloemhof was caused by sewage seeping into the water supply. More than 500 people went to hospital. The local municipality admits that aging purification plants and pipes are partly to blame.
As much as
land, but South Africa's rivers are riddled with traces of human excrement. The E. coli bacterial level in some of them is 10,000 times higher than allowed by the World Health Organization and the Department of Water Affairs. These findings are contained in a study commissioned by the Water Research Commission. Researchers from the University of Stellenbosch say our rivers are so dangerous that full human contact with the water can lead to death.
Due to, amongst other things, rolling blackouts, South Africans have taken it upon themselves to look for alternative water supply sources. Residents are frustrated with the lack of water supply, which is accompanied by the intense rolling blackouts. This is
in the condition of the water by just opening the tap. Where do we have those vulnerabilities?
So it's hard to tell the quality of the water just by opening the tap, because you've got to test the water, because you can't see E. coli, for example. And in places like
strives to end the world, deteriorating infrastructure coupled with aging and poor maintenance of that infrastructure has been one of government's biggest challenges when it comes to ensuring that we have uninterrupted water supply in the country. For more on the water issues affecting South Africa, we can now speak to the Benchmark.
A luxury not enjoyed by the majority of the world.
How much longer South Africans will be able to drink water safely from a tap will depend on how we care for these wastewater treatment plants.
But when taking a look at the overall state of the 963 sewage plants across the country, it doesn't inspire confidence.
The municipality is without water. Verulam residents say they will continue protesting until the municipality resolves their water woes. They have been without water for the last 10 days. Water tankers stopped distributing water at the weekend. But for more on the story, we cross live to...
After closing down streets in their South Hills neighborhood, residents had to wait more than 9 hours for the first trickle of water to start coming through, with Joburg water officials
notice to the communities to say there's something wrong, be alert, be aware, and that is what we commend. And but that is not where it should stop. The department also moved together with other stakeholders to ensure that the municipalities have necessary resources in place to.
On ENCA GSTV Channel 43 with me, Dan Moyane. Now, residents of Phoenix say they are fed up with water shortages in that area, which is just northwest of Durban. They claim they've lodged complaints with the eThekwini municipality.
Phoenix residents are at their wits' end. They took to the streets in peaceful protest to vent their frustrations. Traffic leading into and out of Phoenix was brought to a complete standstill. Police were called in to disperse the protesters, resulting in a standoff. Sandy Nagia of